the question of whether or not Robert Lewandowski will ever wave goodbye to Bayern Munich seems to have been finally answered. On Wednesday, in the clearest indication yet of the forward's desire to leave, Penis Lehavi, Lewandowski's agent, declared that his client feels that he needs a change and a new challenge in his career. The question now, then, is where could the forward go, and, for that matter, where should he go? Here, we take a look at the options. Manchester United's links to the striker go a long way back. Earlier this year, Louis van Gaal revealed that he attempted to sign Lewandowski during his reign as the Manchester United boss. "I also wanted to train Lewandowski and wanted to bring him to Manchester United," he said in March. The price was not a problem for Manchester United, but Bayern did not want to let him go. But with the 29-year-old now eager to take on a new challenge, United's interest will undoubtedly have been piqued again. This in spite of Jose Mourinho's assistance last season that he has no desire to reinforce his attacking options given the recent investments made in the side's front line. Jose Mourinho is confident he doesn't need to bolster his front line, Getty. Realistically, though, United have not had a consistently prolific forward man since Robin van Persie. Zlatan Ibrahimovic and Romelu Lukaku have only half-filled the void, leaving United stuck at a halfway house on the long road back to domestic and European glory. Lewandowski, on the other hand, is in a league of his own. The Pole boasts one of the most impressive goal-scoring records in Europe, having netted 106 goals in 126 league games for Bayern. Powerful, direct and an accomplished finisher, Lewandowski would bring the sort of authority and swagger which used to characterize Sir Alex Ferguson's teams. The club has the money to spend, there's no doubting that. If the opportunity arises, they'd need to think long and hard about trying to bring one of the best forwards in the game to Old Trafford. Chelsea, out of all the clubs linked to Lewandowski, Chelsea are perhaps the most in need. Since Diego Costa's acrimonious departure, the Blues have lacked a forward man capable of holding up possession and linking up play as the Brazilian once did. Alvaro Morata has ultimately struggled to fill his predecessor's shoes. Whether his poor form has stemmed from a bout of low confidence or an inability to adjust to the physical demands of the Premier League, the Spaniard has flopped in his maiden season at the Bridge. Lewandowski would represent a significant upgrade to Morata, Getty. Unlike United, then, Chelsea would have no issue in juggling the talents of its front line. There is a gaping hole to be filled and Lewandowski has all the attributes to do just that. Paris Saint-Germain. Naturally it makes sense that PSG, one of the most star-studded sides on the planet, has been linked to a player of Lewandowski's caliber. Their bid to collect and hoard the game's best players knows no limits. But do they really need him? With the likes of Edinson Cavani and Kylian Mbappe among their ranks, both of whom enjoyed fruitful seasons in front of goal last term, where would Lewandowski fit into the picture? And would the bullish Pole fit into PSG's more cultured, laser-sharp approach to the game? The Pole wants a new challenge in his career, Getty, to PSG. Their issue is one of mind over matter. As the past few seasons have shown, aggressive recruitment of the game's best players has failed to deliver the desired results on the European stage. Following another disappointing exit from the Champions League, isn't it time there? club started focusing less on signings and more on developing their team spirit. So where should Lewandowski go? From the forwards' perspective, Chelsea would certainly represent a challenge, as would United for that matter. Whereas Chelsea have vacillated in form between brilliant and bewilderingly basic in recent seasons, United have made painfully slow progress in recovering from the Moyes era. The forwards' introduction, then, could help bring some much-needed consistency to both clubs as well as a genuinely dangerous attacking edge. Out of the two, it's hard to tell which side would edge it in the race for the player's signature. Both sides hold a great deal of financial clout in the transfer window, but given Chelsea's genuine desire to bolster their front line, it seems likely they'd be more forthcoming in a potential pursuit of Lewandowski. This reason alone could be enough to tip the scales in their favour. PSG, on the other hand, represent a completely different kettle of fish. The forward has spoken of his desire for a new challenge, with Zahavi stressing that money is not a concern for his client. Why, then, would Lewandowski swap the comfort of Bayern Munich for PSG, yet another European giant that stands unopposed in its domestic league? If a challenge is what he wants, PSG seems an unlikely choice. If Zahavi's words are to be believed, the Premier League seems a likely and favourable destination for the Pole. Follow the Independent Sport on Instagram here, for all of the best images, videos and stories from around the sporting world. Reuse content.